Gaffer, I don't think the scoreline tells the full story of the game, but how do you assess what is still a tough afternoon here in Wrexham?
I agree with that. I thought we was as good as them early on, especially in the first half from box to box. But they've got that quality in both boxes, to be fair. And so I was pleased that we tried to play some football. I'm pleased we got some combinations going. And we had some attacks, but we certainly wasn't anywhere near as clinical as they were. So, of course, we're all very, very disappointed. Appreciate most of our supporters stayed at the end there to clap the lads off, because we just got to keep going. Hopefully there's not going to be too many teams like Wrexham in the league.
Now, you brought in Scott Smith today, and despite difficult circumstances, he showed up well, didn't he?
He done well. He done very well. I was pleased with his energy, pleased with his passing. He helped us put in an extra couple of passes that we've been missing. With all due respect, I couldn't really I spoke to Laps. He knew, as same as Ben. Both of them were on the bench, but they weren't ready to play. They might have been able to play in an emergency, but there wasn't an emergency as in we didn't go down to 10 men or anything. So we couldn't have brought them on. So they only need another week to get fit, but I didn't want to lose them by just throwing them on. And so we brought Brett on, and Scott had run his race a little bit. He could have carried on, but I just felt that Brett needed 15-20 minutes. But Scott did play very well. He was one of our better players.
And Aaron Jarvis made a nuisance of himself up the top when he could today in his first full 90 minutes. Was you pleased to get that first 90 minutes into his legs? Yeah,
I think so. He'd be pleased with that. The first half, I thought he did better than the second half. I thought we looked quite a threat up front in the first half, but didn't carry on that threat in the second half. And of course, Wrexham have got two strikers that are, and have shown previously that they're ahead of this level. And that's what you pay for.
And finally, it's become very compact at the bottom of the table, and the attention will now shift to what is a big game against Scunthorpe at Playmore next week in what will need to be a bouncing atmosphere.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope that in a week's time people will be, don't let this game spoil our season. That was a better game, and now we've got 4 games in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Where there's a good opportunity, three home games, I think, maybe 4 home games out of 5, and it will be trying to get an atmosphere at Playmore to show the lads that at the moment we haven't lost that much. We've lost 3 points to Wrexham at this minute, along with obviously other games we've played. But what I mean is we've got to show that we're improving against the next 4 teams, and you can pick up points, and we got to play our game even better than we did today with an end product. That's the big thing. So I'll be working on that. Downsy will be working on that, and but it doesn't hide our disappointment of today. I don't want anybody thinking that we're going to be complacent, or we're just going to say, well, it was Wrexham. Do you know what I mean? Me and Downsy don't like losing, and we're as gutted as anybody else, and the players are gutted. They're very upset, but they scored some good goals, and we didn't have that same quality in and around the penalty area on the day.
Yeah, thanks for
no problem.